Hi everyone, so today's problem of the day is jump game 7. And what is given in description? You are given a zero index binary string s and two integers min jump and max jump. In the beginning, you are starting with index 0, which is equals to 0 character. You can move from index I to index j if the following conditions are fulfilled. What are the conditions? First condition is I plus j value should be greater than equals to I plus min jump and less than equals to minimum of I plus max jump and n minus 1 and s of j equals to 0. Return true if you can reach index x dot length minus 1, that means last index in S or false otherwise. So what will be basically given in this problem is like we will be giving a string S which will contain 0 or 1, something like this, and we will be giving min jump and max jump. So we need to start from 0th index. 0th index will always be 0 only, and it is given in the problem, and from 0th index we can jump to I plus min jump, I plus max jump. From this is the range from I plus min jump, comma I plus max jump. We can jump from this particular ith index, and we need to reach this n minus 1th index. So it is asking the problem if we are able to reach this last index, then we can return true. Otherwise, we need to return false. And one more thing, like if we are jumping from some ith index to some jth index, the value at that jth index should be 0 only. And it should be lying in the range I plus min jump, comma I plus max jump. So we will see from this example. So S is 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, and min jump is 2 and max jump is 3. So I am starting suppose from the 0th index. From my 0th index, what all index we can jump? We can jump to this 0th index to I plus min jump and I plus max jump. We need to find. So I is 0 plus min jump is 2. I is 0, max jump is 3. So we need to, from 2 to 3 index we can jump. So, but this is the 2th index and this is the second index and this is the third index. We need to check if that index should value, we can jump only if that index value is 0. So this is 1, so we can't jump to second index, so we can jump to third index. So we are currently here at the third index. Then from this third index, which all index we can jump to 3 plus 2 and 3 plus 3. So we can jump to 5 or 6. So since there is no 6, this is out of bound or out of this range. So 6 is not possible and 5 is this and is having the value 0. So we can jump to this index and this is the last index. So we can return true in this case. So we will see for the second example. This is our string. We are starting from this. From this we can jump to either 2 or 3. Since 2 is having value 1, so we will not be able to move to this second index, so we move to this third index. From third index, I can move to fifth index or sixth index. But in why we are, because 3 plus 2 and 3 plus 3. So we can move to either fifth index or sixth index, but fifth or sixth both are having value 1 only. So we can't move to fifth index or sixth index, either of these. So we can return false because there is no possibility to reach to this last index. So if we will see in this question, there is one string given. We will be looking into the solution, how we can solve it. So for every index, if I am looping for every index, if I am trying to cover the range like min index, min jump till max jump, if I will try to cover, then for every index I need to cover this min jump and max jump range. So how much time complexity it will take basically. This for loop will take big of n and into time complexity for this min jump max jump will be max jump minus min jump. and which and this maximum and minimum we will see in the constraint. It is equals to the s dot length. So basically this will be equals to n square. But s dot length can be less than equals to 10 to the power 5. So if we will see for the time complexity, it will be 10 to the power 10, which is greater than 10 to the power 8. So we will get TLE in this case. So we need to find some optimized approach to solve this question. So what we can see from this example to find the optimized approach. Suppose we are talking about some example. I can say string 0, 0, 1, 0. So I'm talking about this string. This is my S string. Suppose I want to find for I need to reach this n minus 1 index. This is final. This is written the question. So I can check if from this index to come to this index I need to jump from which all index. So I need to jump from suppose this is my ith index. So I need to jump from I minus min jump to I plus max jump. My previous index should lie in this range, I minus min jump and I minus max jump. So if I will look into this example and suppose my min jump is 1 and my max jump is 2. So from this index to reach to this index, I can jump either from this or I can jump either from this index. So, but if you will see, I suppose I have at index 3. So this I have to jump from 1 to 2 index. If I will talk about suppose I need to solve for this second index. So for second index, my range will be 0 to 1. If you will carefully see, if I am decreasing, if from second I will go till third, so basically I am adding one extra number into my range and I'm decreasing one number from my left side and I am increasing one number in my right side. Because from 2 to 3, my 0 will remove and my 2 will be adding. Same from 1 to 2, it will, suppose there will be some 1 here. So for 4, my range will be 2 to 3. So in every range, what I am doing, for every index, I am this left side I am moving by one index and right side I am moving by one index. I will remove this and I will add next index. So basically the same thing we will be using in our solution for this question. I have done the same solution. What I did, I initialize this length of the string and then I initialize this count equals to 0. Count is basically showing me the number of previous possible values. So this DP of I is basically showing is it possible to DP of I equals to 1 it is equals to 1 is showing that we are able to reach till ith index, or DP of I equals to 0 is showing that we can't reach ith index. So DP of 0 equals to 1 because we are in the 0th index only, so we can make it equals to 1. Then starting from 1 till n, I will be seeing if my I minus min jump is greater than equals to 0. That means I can add that into my value, and this I minus max jump minus 1. I can remove that previous value from that. And then I can check if this count is greater than 0 and that value at that ith index is equals to 0. Then I can make this DP of I equals to 1. And at the end of the loop, I can return this DP of n minus 1. In this case, the time complexity will be bigger of n. Since we have used only one for loop, and space complexity will be bigger of n because we have used one DP. So yeah, thank you.